Come on. Get them shackles off him. Poor sod can't eat proper.
Dunno. Not sure I like that. What if he runs for it? He's worth a heap of coin.
Ah, bollocks. Been holding him a week, hasn't tried a thing. Why'd he up and bolt now? Matter of fact, got to thinking. What did a sweet, gentle chap like him do to get the Queen of Zerrikania so riled?
She's a shrew, that's what. Queen and witch in one. Worst of both worlds.
Enough about her. What do you say to one more of your tales? While we toss down some cards.
Ah, why not? And since you mentioned one queen...
Milady, a strange boat floated past. Thought it imperial, but it flew not black sails, but red uns. Deep red, like blood. Where's Yanko? 'Twere dawn I sent him into the fields, but he's not returned. Where's Yanko? 'Twere dawn I sent him into the fields, but he's not returned.
Horns sounded. Meve recognized them at once as those of the Lyrian vanguard. She drew her sword and prepared to face the invader. Yet coming down upon her force were not Nilfgaardians, but bearded warriors clad in leather, horned helmets on their heads. This was not so. The Queen could not believe her eyes.
Skelligan raiders? This far inland?
But this was no time to be bewildered. Meve spurred her horse. It neighed and reared, and then the twain leapt into the fray.
What's up, guys? Yeah, Skellige. Poor Skellige. Why are they here? Eliminate him is an option. I'll do that.
Reynard, what the devil? Sea raiders here!
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Guns are with us! This harvest, we'll be reaping black-clad heads. Let us put our steel to the test. Give me a time.
We'll ransack your temples! Wipe ourselves on your vestments! For blood!
Arbalist at your command.
What is it?
Armor won't say.
Sailed into troubled waters, mate.
Left, right, left, right.
You want to pass, you gotta pay. Can't let you through elseways.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
You've got stones, Gwent. Warhawk de Barrier!
Again and again and again.
Gods are blowing fair winds today.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
An army's a waste of time for one like me.
Give us all you got!
The Skelligers fought hard, fought bravely, brought mayhem. Yet the Queen's ordered, disciplined force won the day. The islanders seemed entirely undismayed at their defeat. A trait of theirs, I must admit, I've ever admired.
Well, you're right scrappy for landlubbers. Lippy Goodman applauds you for your pluck, Queen. When we sup, me and the lads will drink your health.
That we shall yet see, sir. We must know something first. What brings you this far inland? What drove you from the sea?
Meve asked, crossing her arms.
Ha! What always drives us? Looting and pillaging. The coast's picked clean since long, so we set our longships up the Yaruga for gold and glory!
Amusing. I always assumed you to be honourable folk.
And who dares to claim elsewise?
Your very actions do so. You've attacked a land preoccupied, a land already at war with invaders, but I suppose it makes sense. You've ever feared to attack Imperials?
The Queen prodded gently.
What did you say, wench?
Goodmund had quickly turned red with rage.
I'll prove just how wrong you are, I will! Why, we'll be drinking mead from Nilfgaardian helmets for sundown! Follow me, lads!
Meve smiled as she watched the islanders gather their gear and prepare to march. She doubted not in the least that Goodmund would honor his pledge.
Yep, Christina's doppelgangers. And I would never not give you a notification skill unless Twitch messed it up. Wow, servers are a bit full for Final Fantasy. That's kind of great. I'm glad to hear that people are jumping in. Okay. Yeah, there's no other way. Raiders.
Here the damage seems not so great.
It appears Nilfgaard's not yet turned its forces towards the capital. We're likely to encounter no more than pathfinders and foragers.
So I hope.
Adding to the army. What the hell? I feel like this is a trick.
Give me a time.
One man's battlefield is another man's ripe patch for harvest.
Oh, that's so wrong. I messed up already.
Can't take it anymore. Oh, a shame to let this beauty go to waste.
Arbalist to your command.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Oh, a shame to let this beauty go to waste.
I only use 4 seeds, but sometimes they're quite fresh.
One boat.
We must trust each other.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Give me a time. Arbalist to your command.
Oh, a shame to let this beauty go to waste.
I only use 4 seeds, but sometimes they're quite fresh.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
One boat's all I need.
Use this.
Give me a target.
If the ring won't come off, just take the whole finger.
Company! Forward march! Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
Use this. If the ring won't come off, just take the whole finger.
One boat's all I need.
Her Majesty is exceptional.
Give me a target.
Wa-boom. Wa-boom. All a matter of time and I'll figure it out. I love these puzzles. Gotta keep the brain sharp. I'll go back the other way now. Looks like a Northern Kingdoms camp.
The Nilfgaardian invasion necessitated certain steps. Niamh had dispatched scrolls to her garrison commanders, based upon which they were to announce general musters. She'd hoped that by the time she reached Crydam, fresh recruits would be waiting to join her growing force. Alas, the commander of this fort, one Sergeant Griggs, had only bad news.
Your Majesty, I've not the numbers to man the walls even. The call to arms brings few new recruits and more men desert each day. Folk are terrified something awful. They don't believe in victory.
Since love of country seems insufficient motivation,
Niamh said, standing up from behind the table.
we must make coins speak. Sergeant, announce that all new recruits will receive twice the usual soldier's pay.
Though costly, Niamh's decision brought immediate results. Lured by the promise of gold, townsfolk in droves enlisted with the garrison. The Queen left Crydam poorer, but encouraged, as she had a stronger force in tow.
Nothing stirs a soldier's soul quite like coin. The clinkety-clink of gold. Nothing stirs a soldier's soul quite like coin.
A dragon! A live one, seen it with my own eyes. Had wings like a bat and a mess of teeth.
A contract on a monster. Interesting.
Morale is a little shaky. Let's see what this bomb does. Restore all enemy units to their base power. It's hard to give that up. Oh, these are all trinkets. I can recruit. Can't go wrong with traps. Let's see. Can we build any more? No. It's so much just for more movement. I don't want to do that.
Yes, Your Grace?
It's time I attended to other matters.
Oh, quiet in here. Not at all like the airy bear.
We have a healthy amount of money. We just need more buildings. And I need to go down there, but it looks like a monster's down there.
As Meave and company traversed the ruddy meadows, strident voices reached their ears.
I beg your pardon. I've heard enough. A duel. I challenge you to a duel.
A duel? Nonsense. I'd sooner lay you across my lap and give your ass a thorough flailing, you scoundrel.
The Queen approached the arguing parties. Two nobles, Lords Cartwright and Mansfield. Quickly, she ascertained they were up in arms over ownership of an orchard lying between their estates. Assisting both nobles, their kinsmen, armed to the teeth, prepared to leap at each other and crush heads. Upon spotting Meave, the lords lowered their voices, bowed and presented themselves. Yet they could not keep their ire fettered long, and were soon casting aspersions again.
Your Grace, Mansfield has seized it. No, stolen my land. Land that has been in my family for generations.
It is my recompense for your reckless deeds. To burn down me mill in Furchin for a bit of sawdust in your flour? Well, I never.
A bit? Oh, let me at him. Farmhand's taken ill, cook's feverish, all from that manure. You are a fraud, sir. A fraud and a thief.
Though she faced the not at all trifling matter of the Nilfgaardian invasion, Meave agreed to settle the dispute. Reynard, who knew the history of every Lyrian and Rivian family 7 generations back, served as her advisor.
No doubt I would find for the Cartwrights. They are in the right here, as regards the title to the land. Yet your grace must consider, the Mansfields have ever served the crown and never delayed payment of tribute. Whereas the Cartwrights are litigious charlatans who owe the royal treasury thousands, many thousands.
And it's tough. They owe a debt to the crown, and yet they want the crown to side with them. They owe us, and that they haven't paid us, and they want us to help them. The other ones might be a crook, but they pay, and they pay the crown, so the crown should help. I'm gonna regret it. Okay. If it is his land, he should keep it because it's his land. That's what's right. But he burned down a mill. I'm gonna regret it. It's his land. It's his land, so I'm gonna do that, but God, he has not paid the crown. He burned down a mill. There has to be some punishment in that. No, that just doesn't feel right. Even splitting it. It's his. It's his.
This situation is clear as the day,
said the Queen.
The orchard's rightfully Cartwright's and must remain so.
Your Grace!
Mansfield started angrily.
For years I've loyally served the crown.
I ask that you continue to do so and respect my judgment then.
Lord Mansfield turned green, then red, then blue, as he passed from envy through irritation to deep ire. Yet in the end he accepted his ruler's judgment. Lord Cartwright, his joy hardly contained, knew how to show gratitude, ordering the best of his men-at-arms to join Meave's force.
I know all these choices are going to come back at me eventually. Every single one of them. Avatar and Gwent. Thank you. Okay, that's enough of you.
Something's wrong at Abbott's Ravine. I heard whinnies and screams at first. How all's gone silent. Why ever do the gods punish us so? To be cast out by Nilfgaard, and now to face beasts. Night on the High Road, a day afore last, claimed the beasts called a girly Cora or some such. Night on the High Road, a day afore last, claimed the beasts called a girly Cora or some such.
On their way to the capital, Meve and company happened one fine day upon a lone rider. Had I been at her side, I would immediately have recognized his passionate gaze and altogether chivalrous mien.
Identify yourself, sir, and your intent.
Ache of Denel I am dubbed, and my design I never conceal. The good book says the world is a garden which the gods once conferred upon man, and we men have this garden neglected. In consequence, all manner of filth has made its lair here. Drowners, ghouls, and other kobolds. I have sworn ne'er to rest until the day when, with the gods' help, I have rid the world of these beasts and pests. I wander all lands, seeking out evil and facing it in mortal combat.
Who do we spy? A knight-errant?
Just as likely a madman. How goes your hunt? Caught the trail of any monster?
Monster? Too fair a term by far. An exceptionally vile worm has made its lair in nearby caverns. It is said to be the very distillation of filth. A slither in horror. A mélange of the macabre. Its head, that of a wild cat of Ophir. Its maw full of spiked teeth. The wings of a bat it is said to have. The tail of a scorpion, and from it, a thick venom drips. Learned men call this variety a manticore, or mardiacore.
Perhaps it will be most prudent, then, to send for a witcher.
A witcher? Soulless automatons they are, all, feeding on common folks' fears. What they demand gold to do, I perform without demand of any coin.
Sir Ake, far be it from me to discourage you. Your endeavor is noble, no doubt, but from what I have heard, manticores are exceedingly dangerous beasts.
To defeat this filth alone could be a difficult task, I'll not deny. Yet try it I must, for it is what I have sworn before the gods.
We shall help you find and fight the manticore, provided you then pledge to help us fight an even fiercer and filthier beast.
Of course, my lady. Yet what manner of horror is it? A viper? A griffin? A drake of some rare form?
Were it only. 'Tis a beast of 1,000 heads, covered in black armor, its fire consuming whole villages.
Noble lady, I know bestiary is only in parts, yet I've seen some of the world, and never have I heard of such a terror.
You need but look about you, and spot Nilfgaard's legions.
Devastating. But you must forgive me, Your Grace. This struggle between realms is not one to which I can lay a hand.
A manticore. How great is its appetite? How many men does it fell? In a moon, let us say.
It changes. At a time when the horror broods, it may be as many as 20.
I see. As now you must. Nilfgaard in my capital could mean as many as 20,000 felled. You live to fight evil, injustice, do you not? You can fight none greater than by doing so at my side.
The Manticore, Your Grace, must fall first. As to what happens later, I shall need to consult the good book and petition the gods.
Agreed, so be it. This monster, where lies its lair? Where does it prowl?
To the north, my queen. A few leagues on.
Not a scrap. Nothing to bury. Blood's all that's left behind. A whole village. Just one big grave now. Hallowed Mother, look upon these stricken souls what suffered evil. Protect, console.
'Tis in these ravines. The beast is near. I sense it.
At the furthest depth of the winding, gloomy canyon, scouts found the maw of a great cavern. Among the boulders outside it, whitening bones lay strewn. Ake dismounted and drew his blade.
By the god's grace, we found the beast's lair,
he said, lifting his gaze to the heavens.
We need them but to extend their favor as we battle the filth.
Oh, man. I said I would help him.
Meve cast a critical eye at her shield. Wood clad in leather and thin plate. Enough to stop a sword, certainly, but would it protect her from a beast's raging blow? Noticing her hesitation, Reynard approached the Queen and said,
Your Grace, none will utter a disparaging word should you step back.
But they will think them,
replied Meve.
And that's bad enough. The war has begun. I can't appear weak to my fighting men.
Without awaiting an answer, Meve strode into the cave. The rest of the company followed, equally full of fear and faith in their queen and commander. Moments later, a great and powerful roar filled the cavern.
Oh, jeez. And I'm not a Witcher.
And I beheld the beast! Profane horns didst adorn his wicked brow!
Gods protect us.
again.
Beware its claws! The hardest plate they shred like fine vellum!
Give me a target.
Our ballista, your command. Armor won't save.
Keep that vile poison to yourself! Beware! Its tail flows with deadly venom!
Armor's a waste of time for one like me.
My spirit's willing and how, but damn boots are killing me. One boat's all I need.
The knight should help. Our codex commands it. We must thank the gods for this victory both great and just.
That was good. That was good.
With Ache at their side, the Lyrians fell the Manticore. Later, it was said, the beast's dying wail, multiplied and strengthened as it passed through the caverns, could be heard as far as Spala.
Your Grace, many monarchs have I met in my time, yet none proved as virile in battle as did your Majesty.
Virile? I dislike the term. Seems not to suit a woman. I prefer valiant. Yet grateful I am for the compliment. Now pray reveal, have you made your decision? Will you swear to serve me? Are you prepared to take an oath?
I am not, Your Grace. I can serve only the gods. Yet, I do believe them to be on your side as one unjustly and treacherously attacked. Thus I see nothing wrong in assisting you.
Then I am content and welcome you in my ranks, Sir Ake of Dunel.
The knight-errant bowed low from the waist. So low, in fact, the gambeson neath his mail creaked. Meve could only hope he would battle Nilfgaardians as boldly as he faced beasts.
A trophy. What the heck does a trophy do? Very cool. I'll get rid of that. Trophies are full. What? No, I can only have one.
I see you found the mess tent. How's the ale? Not too warm, I hope.
'Tis not for me to say, Your Majesty. My tankard holds but milk of the goat.
Milk? A witless prank. I shall tell the quartermaster at once what I think of such...
Unnecessary, Your Grace. I called for the beverage.
Is that so? Well then.
The good book states clearly, the shadow of spirits obscureth light most true, and leadeth thee from the path of virtue.
Right. I suppose there's something to it.
My soul sings to hear your affirmation, Your Grace. If ever you wish to discuss the good book and the wisdoms contained therein, hesitate not to find me.
Certainly, I shall remember that. Your crusade against monsters. Have you been at it long?
Come next Bellatane, it will be 20 years, Your Grace. Though, there was one extended interruption.
For what reason? Had you grown weary of the knight-errant's life?
Not in the least. Never shall I cease in my quest to cleanse the world of filth and abominations. But at times evil puts up rather a good fight. I ventured forth to slay a dragon once, a gold one, as it were, calling itself Villa Tretormeft, or the like. Its very name, as is evident, a vile toil for the tongue and wafting wickedness.
Hey Zeb, thank you for subbing for 4 months. You are now a Sir-Pounce. That's awesome. You are no longer a Chi-Chi, you are now a Sir-Pounce. But how you doing, Zeb?
A great many mercenaries embarked on the hunt, lured by the promise of coin in heaps. The Crinford Reavers, Yarpen Zigrin, and a band of dwarves. Even, curse the word, a witcher. One Yennefer, most lecherous sorceress, at his side.
What? I'm doing very well. I'm playing The Witcher Tales. Is so funny. and cool being these, yeah, just being here. And it's good to see everyone here. I know, seriously. I think I know what you're talking about. Because those are all my buddies.
That name I've heard.
But at the deciding moment, when the beast challenged all, I alone emerged to face it. Alas, though shame burns me to admit it, I returned from the battle upon my shield. Figuratively. Literally, I returned in pieces. For 2 years, I lay in the temple of Melitele in Alanda. Mother Nenike, God's protector, nursing me back to full health. And only when I could once more grip my sword did I return to the path I'd chosen.
So I speak the secret thing. Oh my.
And the dragon? What was its fate?
Some claim it flew off to Zerrikania, though it very well might yet lurk here, awaiting the opportune moment to terrorize the folk of the north again.
Farewell, Ake.
Twitch calls everyone hen.